Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your girl Nina K. Simone. I am here to do my review on Atlanta Housewives Season 5 Episode 6. And before I begin, if you guys have not heard Walter's interview on V103 Atlanta, please type that in. Come back and watch me. It's about 11 minutes long, so y'all go ahead and pause me, but I'm gonna keep talking. Let me tell y'all, Walter goes on the radio today and says that him and Kenya were pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Did y'all hear that? Pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend. So what actually happened was Walter and Kenya did date years ago, and when she came to Atlanta, this is unbeknownst to Bravo, they know nothing about this, that Kenya asked him to pretend to be her love interest on the show. Walter says he was not really going with Kenya. Yes, he is dating other women. He like his girls like he like his cars or his rims or some shit he said. Talking about 21, 22, 23s. I'm like, hell no, Walter a mess. He kept it tasteful, but he told us the truth. Now let's get into this show. I would go ahead and give a eulogy to Kim, but I didn't really like her, so I'm not giving nothing. But what I will say is, like, when they were sitting at the table counting up how many months she was, I thought Phaedra was going to die, because I remember when they was counting up 2 years ago how many months pregnant she was. So she had her nerve sitting up there listening. She should have went somewhere and sat down somewhere else from that table. Now let's get into Kim leaving and wanting the cameras out her face and all that shit. Like, Kim, first of all, what Croy doing there? See, that's how y'all know Kim wasn't planning on staying. Why the hell is Croy there? Second of all, who the hell scared of Croy? I looked up Croy's little, his football stats, if you will, and he ain't no good football player. He can't tackle. I ain't scared of you. Talking about get the camera out of her face. Sit your ass down. So moving on from that, what happened next? Okay, so Candy was talking to Mama Joyce and explaining on how Kim didn't want to go on a trip, had no intentions of going on a trip and all that. And Miss Joyce read Kim for who she is. She said if she would treat her mama that way, what makes you think that she would act a certain way with y'all? And me personally, I never saw Tardy for the party. I was sitting with my auntie on Thanksgiving, and she was explaining to me how Kim kicks her mother out of her wedding. And security came and all that. I didn't know that. So when she told me that, I was laughing like hee. And they played the clip so I could see it. Because I would never give Kim life. I would never go watch Tardy for the Party just to see that moment. So Kim, good night, goodbye. We will not miss you. Next, we're going to talk about how happy Peter ass was to know that Cordell Stewart was coming to eat lunch with them. But he didn't show up. Peter looked a little sad. I ain't never heard of Cordell Stewart. I'm glad somebody know who he is. You know, he a big time football, was a big time football player, whatever. Portia come eat lunch with them. And they basically, you know, sat down and talked, and she explained how she met Cordell. Let me see if I can remember what she said. Somehow she met him at a party. He dressed country as hell, but he was nice. Get in. Let me drink some water because I'm talking too fast. I'm going to slow it down for y'all. Let's just go in from there to the trip. Everybody showed up. At first, Candy was like, Ty not coming. I was like, oh, but she didn't want to cancel the trip. And Ty showed up with his fine self. Candy, Ty is fine. I hope he good to you because that's a good look right there. Now, when they first get to, what's the name of the island? Gullah Gullah? It ain't Gullah Gullah. Y'all remember Gullah Gullah Island? Iguala. I think that's it. Iguana, Christina Aguilera, shit, whatever. When they get to this little Gullah Gullah Island, they let Kenya drive the boat. This whole driving too fast. Cynthia titty done popped out. Hat was gonna fall up. Peter holding her hat, and then he telling her to slow her ass down. And I'm like, they can't even get there before Kenya just got to get some attention. They show the rooms. Well, before they even get there, they get in the car, and Shay came. Already, they had a Cadillac Escalade, and then they had a bus. Greg, Nene, Peter, Cynthia gets on the Cadillac Escalade to go to the hotel, and everybody else got to ride the bus. And I'm with Phaedra. I don't know about sitting in the back of this bus. It was just like, that was shady. Even if they only gave y'all one car, why didn't you just order another bus and ride in the bus with them? Or, you know, I thought that was just a little shady. I mean, we know y'all don't really like each other, whatever, but that was shady. When they get there, they show the rooms. Kenya is mad because she got a junior suite, which wasn't nothing wrong with it. Somehow she ain't got no tub and all this stuff. It's like, it really doesn't matter because you and what's his name, Walter's not getting it in. So you better be happy with what you got, because you was not invited, bitch. They should have made you pay for your suite. Now let's move on to Phaedra, who said she wasn't getting in the jacuzzi because of the bacteria, showing all bacteria going up her coochie. Had me dying laughing. And Apollo was like, that's not true. She like, call the doctor. It is true. That was funny. That was cute. Then we went to Cynthia and Peter, and might I say that Peter actually is starting to grow on me. I was not a fan of Peter before this season. I kind of like him a little bit, just a little bit. I'm giving him the same amount of leeway I give his sidekick Nene. So you know, they go. I guess where did they go? Did they eat dinner or something? Oh no, the next day they were eating breakfast, I believe. And Peter was like, we're running behind, we really gotta go. They go get on these boats. And they go to another Gullah Gullah island, and they traveling around. The king is steady hinting about a ring. Phaedra just like, this bitch, she is not getting married to nobody, no how. I don't know if Kenya really know that she coming off like a psycho bitch, but it don't matter, because I'm going to skip through all of the other little cute stuff. We just going to get down to the drama. They're at the pool. Apollo is not listening to what Phaedra said about the water. He's getting in the water. He come out all muscular and stuff, all looking good and glistening. Ken got on this little summer, spring, tropical cruise dress, and Walter already in the pool, and she pushed Apollo in the pool. Peter holding Phaedra like, it's okay, they just playing, you know. She like, I don't like that, don't mess with my man. Then Apollo get his ass out and throw her back in the pool. And you know, originally when we saw this clip, we was like, Apollo done lost his man. But I'm not gonna get mad at him. I do feel Phaedra should have gave him a little check, but he should already know not to do no shit like that. But you know, she was still talking like, I'm gonna get you, and he got his ass out that water. He wasn't that stupid. And then next thing you know, they dancing and shit. Cynthia dancing with Peter. Next thing you know, Kenya twerking and bent over, shaking her ass. I'm like, if you can't get Apollo, bitch, now you want Peter. And when you can't get Peter, then you gonna go for Todd. And when you can't get Todd, you gonna get Cordell. I was gonna say, it was so many couples. Who else was there? I was just like, man, Kenya more. I know you didn't know this. I know you always been a little crazy, a little out there, and there's nothing wrong with being a little crazy. I think I like to be a little crazy, but you are insane, bitch. I know all those pills that you've been taking, them antipsychotics. That's what they call, right? You know, lithium, Prozac, them kind of things, Ritalin. Bitch, you need to be on them and take them, and don't mix them together. And what happened after that? Was that it? Oh, Nene was showing her little drag queen colors. Nene talking about she know how to dance. The girls ain't showing her nothing. She know how to dance, sticking her tongue out, trying to rape Greg. And Greg was so laid back, he been trying to get all up in Nene for what? These last couple of months. I got a piece of hair right here. I know y'all like, what is you doing? And it won't. Okay. And yeah, she trying to get under Greg. Greg just looking at her like, shit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Nene real hot and bothered, and then I'm going to make her give it to me. I heard that, Greg. You better do that. All in all, I like this episode, but what I didn't like was the very last scene. And I know Peter didn't intentionally try to, you know, get some shit going, but it was kind of like, you know, Peter was like, man, Apollo, after what you did, you know, throwing her in the pool, he like it was retaliation. He like, no, man, I don't know if I could do that. Me and Greg was saying, we don't know if we could do that. And Cynthia like, your ass would have been on punishment until we left. And Kenya like, some in her tells her to go walk over to Phaedra and Apollo and be like, so Phaedra, if you had to give your man a gift and it involved two of your friends, what two friends would you choose? And she was like, what King, what is you talking about? He like, what you talking about, some head, some pussy, what you talking about? Next thing you know, she like, Phaedra like, go on with that bullshit, Kenya. I want to see what else Phaedra had to say. Because see, me, you know, I respect Phaedra for the going with that bullshit. But it would have been like, bitch, go on with that, you know, go on with that bullshit. Like, I really didn't appreciate how Kenya can come on this show. She not on this show to make friends. She ain't on this show to be seen. She on this show to steal somebody's man. What y'all think? They need to just kick her off the show and give her a show called Kenya Wants a Millionaire, some shit like that. Give her Kenya of Love, you know, give her some shit like that. But kick her off this show before she get her ass beat. Because, you know, as much as I don't like Nene, I want Nene to knock her ass out. I want Nathan to come up out of Nene and whoop her ass. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about this episode. If you guys would do me a favor, and if you like this episode, well, my review, like this review, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at NINAKAISIMONE. I'm out.